Right, welcome back, and let's use the crowbar on this panel. I can't think of anything else to do in this room.
That did the trick. Well, now I can see why it jammed. The gears are rusted solid.
Boss, maybe we should stop pretending and just admit we're maintenance robots.
Maintenance robots are required to present a Form 27B/6 before performing any repair task.
Oh, forget it.
Right, oh, belt, take that.
Crumbled the moment I touched it.
Yep. Take that, take that. Now we've got to find a way to get rid of the rust. If I had some rust,
I don't want that.
Some oil, that would be a good way to clean a gear. Maybe the oil at the bar.
I have not seen the streets of Metropole for a long time. I am not surprised to see that without law it has fallen into corruption and malfunction.
Let's see if we can stop this guy drinking.
Did Factor ever teach you the council code, Oswald?
Ha! Factor built half the robots in Metropole. Why, he made us pick our own names out of a book. Do you think he bothered with chit-chat?
Somebody seems bitter.
Seems? I do not seems. I am bitter. Bitterness is when your builder gives your twin brother a special gold chain and gives you nothing. Bitterness is when your brother gives that very chain to you, you loan it to your only friend, and he loses it.
Well, I'll hand it to you. That really does sound broken out of the box.
Which brother did Factor give the chain to, and why?
Lawrence, of course, his favorite. As for why, does favoritism ever need a reason?
Could Factor have told Lawrence the code?
I have long since given up speculating at the partiality Factor could have shown him. I'm miserable enough from what I know for certain.
What exactly happened with the gold chain?
Factor gave it to his favorite, my brother Lawrence. Lawrence gave it to me after I shared a large quantity of energy with him. And then, as I've told you, I loaned it to Cornelius.
I thought you hated Cornelius?
Now I do. But then, we were partners and friends. We had just built Rex, and we had scheduled a grand soiree and celebration. To complete my ensemble, he offered me a monocle that he claimed was given to him by Memorius. In exchange, I loaned him the gold chain, since it too came from a Primordia machine.
This is getting ridiculous.
Indeed. Then somehow Cornelius lost the chain. He claimed that it was taken from him by a servitor of Metromind as he left the subway station. Ridiculous.
Metromind would not have confiscated it without a legal basis. Not then.
At this point, I can believe anything about Metromind.
Believe whatever you wish. I know it was a lie. So I kept the monocle, and we have not spoken a word in kindness since.
The chain, the monocle, Lawrence. One of them must be of use to us.
Boss, at this point, can I suggest we just deactivate ourselves and quit? I
Yep,
mean, seriously,
good idea.
This is like finding a bit in a terabyte.
We are not giving up. Period. Do you know where I can
That
find
just
Lawrence?
reminds me of that
Well, my
silly
brother's
joke. Jokes
So
about
you have
girls
no
aren't
idea?
funny, period.
None whatsoever. You see, the poor wretch drifted into overclocking and dissolution.
That sounds familiar.
To pay for his scandalous energy consumption, he bargained everything away to Metromind. I tried to warn him, but of course he never listened. Whoever does. And then, alas, he simply vanished. I searched for a time, but other matters drew my attention away. All the same, I'm sure he's scrounging in existence somewhere.
Tell me more about your monocle.
Let's see if we can get this monocle.
Eh? A wise decision, though I would suggest that you start by discarding that ragged coat.
I'm interested in Memorius, not fashion. And I'm curious what the monocle actually does.
Ah, I was told that Memorius built the monocle, but who can say? As for what it does, other than lend an air of distinction, I'm rather uncertain. From time to time, it will alter a snippet of text as I'm reading it. I have no idea how or why. In any case, the lexical inconvenience is more than offset by the sartorial benefits.
Can I have the monocle?
Excuse me?
My friend just likes to collect scrap.
Scrap.
I'm looking for things that might help uncover the council code.
And why would my monocle do that?
Because that's the way my besotting life seems to work. Look, I'm sure you'll trade it for something. That's also the way these things seem to go.
Trade it? What do you take me for? Some kind of junk dealer? Hey, moreover, why, pray tell, should I help the robot who stole my Rex?
No one stole anything, Oswald. You wanted your case decided, and it was.
Theft by the law is no different from theft against the law. Civilized people give gifts. They do not haggle and barter.
Then will you give it to me?
No.
Well, we'll have to go about this some other way. You should...
Oh,
Goodbye.
Alright. He's been a bit of a douche. Let's give him a gear, see if we can clean it.
Do you have anything that can remove this rust?
He doesn't seem to be listening, boss. He probably wants us to pay him something.
Allow me. Waldo Sternweiler built under Section 11C of the Criminal Code and pursuant to my authority as Clerk to Arbiter Manbuilt, I order you to remove this rust immediately.
There we go. Well, that worked.
Can we call these the gears of justice?
No.
Let's see if we can find Cornelius. Is that his name? The guy with the fellow with the top hat? You...
Clarity.
No.
So,
Before it's sanctioned, I do.
I didn't want to talk
It
to
is a
her.
shame.
Right. Not in here. Who's that? Just a robot. Right, there's an exit here. Maybe Cornelius is this way. No. Right, I don't know where Cornelius is. So let's just go back down to the bottom. Have a look at their heads. One of them could be Lawrence. Try cleaning the gear in the water or something. Still don't know how to stop him from drinking. If only you could like double click to walk quicker. I think pressing escape might skip it. Right, let's go look at these skulls.
I'd rather just leave it here. It's a shell skull.
she steals shell skulls by the sludge shore?
Oh my god.
Boss, did that skull just wink at me?
No.
You weren't even what?
This one's
Hey,
got a
boss,
hatch.
do you think that's Lawrence's skull?
It does look like it.
How do we know what Lawrence's skull looks like? But okay, if that looks like it.
How would that even work?
I don't know. Let's just take the skull then.
Clarity, can I take this skull?
Of course, unless it makes you feel
Barbaric.
I apologize.
The law notices neither scorn nor approval.
Let's
Any
read
significant memory will have been lost when he became a shell.
The only thing I can find is the sequence 518, 518 over and over again, after the phrase, help me factor.
That sounds like a glitch,
Sure.
boss, not part of the council code.
5
Agreed.
minutes occurred. I'm guessing. Code for something. Let's get that other gear cleaned. Submersible. I don't know what these submersibles are. But
They picked the gear clean.
there we go. Got the gear head achievement.
I can't see.
No, get out of the way so I can go down here. Right, we've got the gears cleaned. We've got a code for something. We've got the fan belt from the car, so we can clean this. Let's shaft, gears in place, fan belt in place, button press. Let's see, is the door going to open? Yes it is, the door is now open. Open sesame. Oh, there's a guy in there. A disc.
It's some kind of small metal disc with a U on it.
No, it's a medal. So that's for, what's his name?
It looks like some kind of radio tower. What is all that? It looks like a whole other city.
That is Factor.
Radio tower. Signal transmitter. Five. 1 8. Oh, it worked. Lawrence's emergency. It's a helicopter.
You have called for help, but you are not one of Factor's children.
I am Horatio Nobuilt, version 5. These are my friends, Crispin and...
Clarity Arbiter built. I know her, of course. I am Factona, partial of Factor Man-built, who needs no introduction. Now I ask again, by what right have you called for help?
Metromind has ruined the city. Factor needs to help stop her.
Factor allowed Metromind her mastery, knowing she would fail. When all has turned to rust, he will return and recycle it into something better. In the meantime, why should he care what happens to robots who mean nothing to him?
I need the council code so that I can enter the tower.
Do you? The city is full of robots with many needs. They do not come here and transmit a cry for help.
Only Factor can help me.
Factor helps his children.
I've
We
got
solved the legal
Lawrence's
dispute
head.
between Oswald and Cornelius, Factor built.
Please. Factor had little regard for those fools.
Is Factor still alive?
He sleeps, as do his thousands of children. He has left me, his partial, to manage his affairs. When the time is right, he will awaken and cover the world with steel and wire.
Will he make me new arms?
No, he will recycle you into something more useful.
Like a tank? Pew, pew.
No, like a crankshaft.
Oh, that's
I know the
nice.
routine by now. What do you want in exchange for the code?
Nothing. Factor will do nothing for robots like you who mean nothing to him. He cares only for his children.
Oswald and Cornelius.
Chose not to sleep when Factor shut down, and he never cared for them anyway.
Goodbye.
Boss, there has to be something we can do to make him realize that this matters to Factor.
Yep, there is. Get Lawrence's head out.
Do you recognize this?
I do. is the head of Lawrence Factor Built. Are you threatening me?
No. I'm showing you what Metromind has done while Factor slept. She turned Lawrence into a mindless shell, scavenging the underworks. The only thing he could still think was 518, over and over again, calling in vain for Factor to help him.
I see.
Do you?
Give me the head. I do not care what happens to the city, nor does Factor. But he cared for Lawrence. You have brought me a piece of Lawrence, so I will give you pieces of what you asked for. 7510, 4803. As for the rest, awaken some other ghost.
Yeah, look at that, I got some new pieces of a code. Just what I wanted. We'll go give the medal to, what's his name?
There it is. My gospel.
Yeah.
It's waterproof?
Apparently so.
Hey, boss, do you think that's Oswald's chain?
It's somewhat tarnished, but nevertheless, an impressive golden chain. The name Factor Man-Built is etched into it.
Maybe I can swap the chain for the monocle.
What is it?
All the bad poetry in the world does not mitigate your vandalism and sabotage, Urbanian.
As you serve the law, so I serve my art. And such service brings us more close than apart.
Any more close, poet, and we will see if your armor
This guy's
still works.
annoying.
Why doesn't Clarity like you?
No great riddle, my wandering friend.
Don't waste your time waiting for his doggerel. This Urbanian has damaged and compromised numerous systems in Metropole, including the bridge that led to my island.
Here I stand, dear Lawbot, so put me in chains. But if you will not, then please, don't come.
My attention is directed elsewhere at the moment. Nevertheless, I advise you to be gone by the time my other matters are resolved.
This
If
guy
not,
is so
you will
annoying.
find that though the gears of law
She's
grind
quite annoying
slow,
too.
they nevertheless grind criminals like you to powder.
As much as I'm
Destroy
enjoying this
everything.
bickering, and really I am, maybe we can just all team up to take down Metromine?
Yeah,
No.
that sounds good.
Bro,
Oh, switch off.
Whenever he says no, bro, it's just like, what the hell's he doing?
I know you're a code breaker, Primer. Can you crack the council code? All we have are some pieces of it.
the challenge is yours, my wander. A pity indeed if you can't last till the end.
I need your... Can you... I have... As
Whoops.
And
Right,
if you
don't
do,
do that.
No. Goodbye.
Farewell, younger.
I think I found your medal, Primer.
The medal's recovered, and the mission is done.
I'd like you to reconsider.
I've said it before, the job is yours.
I found your medal. Isn't that a...
Very well then, if they pass over the pieces to you. The code is broken already. I'll need some more pieces to fit.
Right,
I'll see what I...
so he finishes
I don't
off the code. Ooh, well, I'll
I can't...
go back up top and see if we can get any more pieces of the code. Right, that'll be enough for that episode.